Have you ever felt that someone is testing you, pushing your buttons to see how you would react? Well, my friends, that isn't your imagination, because that's what narcissists do. They're constantly poking, they're constantly seeing how you react by your facial expressions, your body language, and what they're doing is they're testing for triggers. Ultimately, they are seeing how you are going to react to certain things that they say. Yes, my friends, they would have studied you. They would have watched your facial expressions and body language on how you react to certain things. And they know, my friends, and that's why they are going to be using these tactics to test you. So you see, these tests are calculated. I'm going to break down the biggest signs that narcissists use to test you. So stick around because I'm going to explain all. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in today's video, this is exactly what we're going to be talking about, is the test, okay? What do narcissists do to test you, to get you to react in a certain way? Well, we all know narcissists are all about control, all about manipulation. And when they use these specific tactics, they know that you're going to react, not respond, react in a certain way, because they have tested it, they have watched you, they have studied you, so they know how you're going to react to certain triggers, to certain things that they say. And the reason why they do that is because when you do that, that means that they have control over you, because they're manipulating the narrative. They're manipulating how you are going to behave. They're manipulating how you are going to feel. And boy, this makes them feel so powerful. This makes them feel so good about themselves, because they know how you are going to react. So they know how to manipulate this so that you behave in a certain way. So the first thing that you need to remember is they are going to push your boundaries. They are going to push your buttons, whether it's physical, emotional, psychological. They're going to be pushing those boundaries. They're going to be seeing the limits of how far they can go. So this can look like, right? This is what it will look like. So they're going to start interrupting you when you are talking, when you're in a conversation. They might even show up late without an apology, or they might be really flaky, like you're not going to know whether they're coming over or whether you're meeting them, whatever. They're just going to be very flaky, or they're not going to show up, or the communication might be not so as in flow as it perhaps was before. They might even ask to borrow something without asking, or they might invade your space without even saying sorry or whether you will mind. So, you know, like at first, these are small, slight things. At first, it might seem accidental, or like you're going to brush it off. But when this happens over time, the narcissist will know, okay, so I got away with it once. I'm going to try and see if I can get away with it again. So even though they're subtle and they're small at first, this then escalates, or it builds up into something so much bigger. But make no mistake, this is a calculated move, and it's not an accident. The narcissist is assessing whether you are going to let this slide or whether you are going to stand your ground. So that's why I'm always saying to you guys, no matter whether they're narcissistic or not, always stand your ground and say, hold on a minute, like I've noticed you doing this, or I've noticed that you have done this, like don't do it again because of A, B, and C. So always stand your ground, always say that you've noticed it, because even though the narcissist might not say anything, they're going to know that they have overstepped a boundary. So they might kind of calculate their move differently. And also, if you don't say anything, they are going to see this, that, oh, it doesn't really matter, so I'm going to be able to manipulate you further. So why does this test matter to the narcissist? So they're looking for a specific outcome. What they're looking for is whether you will prioritize their needs over yours. So for example, let's say that they're constantly interrupting your conversations. You're not able to finish your sentence, or you're not able to kind of say what it is that you want to say. Or maybe, you know, they have borrowed something off you and they're not returning it, or they're kind of like pretending that they've lost it or they don't have it. What this is doing is this is emotionally making you feel a certain way. And what they'll assume is that you will allow them to take more in the future, like your time, your energy, your kindness, your compassion. So what they do is they take that for granted. If you've done it once, then you're more likely to do it again. And this test is to see whether you will enforce limits or allowed to be exploited. Again, very subtle, my friends. But this is the test that they will keep doing over and over again. And so to a narcissist, being able to do this means that this gives them free rein to manipulate you, because you're not saying anything. And they're like, Yeah, I can do anything I want to this person. I've got them. I can control them. I own them. So how to spot a test in real time. So here are a few telltale signs that you should look out for. Number one, small, harmless boundary violations. They might start testing you with like maybe a small joke or maybe a criticism mixed in with a joke, or they might start being a little bit rude or joking about a topic that they know is quite sensitive to you. So pay attention to these moments when this starts. They might minimize your comfort or your discomfort. So, for example, if you have said that something really upsets you or doesn't sit right with you, what they might do is they might start bringing it up, and they might say that you're overreacting, or are you being serious? You're allowing this to get to you. So again, they're minimizing you. They're putting you down. They're trying to normalize this, that, yeah, it's okay that you should be feeling like this. And look out for repeated patterns. So narcissists don't only just test you once, they keep doing this over and over again. If they see an opportunity, they will keep pushing, my friends. They will keep pushing to make you feel a certain way. And why do they do that? Why do they diminish you? Why do they make you feel like that? Well, because if they are able to make you feel a certain type of way, it means that they have got control over you. It means that they are manipulating you. And once they've got that, they then own you. And that's ultimately what it is, that they can continuously keep doing this without you saying a word. So the trick here is to stay vigilant and be assertive. And if something feels off, don't ignore it. Say something. Don't be afraid to say something, because narcissists will thrive on the fact that you are not saying anything, so they're going to continue doing it. So how do you respond to the test? Well, ultimately, this is about having boundaries. Again, this is what I mean. Say it. Say it. Don't be afraid to state what is right for you and what's not. Remember, this is a test. This is a game. That's what they're doing. And they want you to react in a certain way. But if you don't put this right the first time or the second time or the fifth time, they're going to continue to do it, and it is going to hurt you in the long run. Try to avoid emotional responses. So what I mean, I know this is difficult. I know this is challenging. Okay, so narcissists will want to get some sort of response from you. So they're going to always make you feel a certain type of way. So if you don't react emotionally but respond in a certain way, that cuts off that information to the narcissist, because then they're going to be thinking, oh, that didn't affect them that way, or that didn't make them feel a certain type of way. So they won't do that again. But what you're doing is you're being smart in the way that you respond to the narcissist. And that's not by giving them all of this information. Don't do it. I know it's difficult, but this is where you have to adapt the way that you behave and the way that you respond to the narcissist. And the other thing is, you've got to be consistent. If this person consistently is upsetting you, making you feel a certain type of way, reinforce them boundaries, but you've got to be consistent. Don't just do it once. And I know this can get tiring, and I know that this can be like really tedious and very annoying, but what you have to remember is you're dealing with someone who is like this, okay? And if you don't stick up for yourself, if you don't do this for yourself, this person is consistently going to try and hurt you, because for them, it's all about winning. And believe me, they love it. They absolutely love it, and they will continue to do it. So be consistent. The boundary pushing is just one test. They're going to try and affect you emotionally and psychologically. And in most cases, for a lot of us, going through this, they have done already, but you can take your power back. And this is about being smart and adapting your behavior that shows them that you're not going to play this game anymore. And it's not about shouting. It's not about getting enraged and getting annoyed. It's not about that. It's about being smart in how you communicate those boundaries, the way that you are feeling, the way that you're going to go forward. Remember, narcissists aren't people that you can reconcile with, negotiate. They want one thing and they want one thing only. So this is more about you having to reiterate this and make this happen over and over. So my friends, if you are going through this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. And also I do have a live stream every single Tuesday, 9 p.m. UK time. So I hope that you can join me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.